You cancelled the reservation. I clutched my phone. Stepping into the quiet hallway at work, my voice low but trembling. The engagement party is this Saturday, Mom. Invitations went out weeks ago. My mother's voice came through, smooth and measured, the tone she used when she'd already made up her mind. The venue was far too costly. Leela, your father and I talked it over. We can't justify that kind of expense for a party. We'll find something more sensible. I felt my face heat up, anger rising. Sensible. The Willow Garden was my dream venue. I've talked about it since I was a kid. Dreams have to fit reality. Dear, she said, calm but dismissive. We've been looking at some lovely restaurant spaces that'll work just fine. We put down a deposit. I snapped. How much are you even saving now? A pause. Too long. Then, it's not only about money, Leela. It's about what's appropriate for your future. With Noah's background, maybe it's better to start modestly. The words landed like a punch, and I knew exactly what she meant. I'm Leela Harper, 30. And my parents' pillars of Cleveland's elite had just ripped away the one day I'd hoped would bridge my world with the man I love. As I hung up, vowing to talk later, I swore they'd see their mistake. This wasn't just a party. It was my stand. And I'd make sure they felt its weight. Back at my desk, my phone buzzed. A text from my sister, Claire, Mom told me about Willow. So sorry, but good news, she's booking it for my promotion party to smooth over the family drama. Isn't that awesome? I read it 3 times, each word sharpening the betrayal. They didn't cancel for cost. They canceled because they were ashamed of Noah, of our engagement, of me. Worse, Claire's promotion party was set for the weekend after our scrapped celebration. Growing up in the Harper family, men appearances were everything. Dad ran Cleveland's top real estate empire, sealing deals at yacht clubs and galas. Mom chaired art sports, ensuring our name glittered in society pages. Claire, 3 years younger, was their perfect gear polished, compliant, dating suitable men, and climbing the corporate ladder at Dad's firm. I was the outlier. I'd rejected Mom's country club sorority for urban design internships. In struggling neighborhoods, I turned down Dad's cushy job offer to join a small firm focused on eco-friendly architecture. Each choice pushed me further from their world. But I thought they respected my path, even if they didn't get it. Then I met Noah Ellis, a brilliant AI researcher, walked into my life at a green tech summit in a faded sweater and scuffed sneakers. He asked sharp questions about my presentation on sustainable skyscrapers. We talked over coffee. Until the shop closed, his quiet passion and kindness disarming me. He'd grown up with his mom a librarian, his dad a mechanic earning a full ride to a state university. After 6 months, I brought him to meet my parents. Dinner was a minefield. Mom probed his pedigree. Dad grimaced at his beat-up Toyota, and Claire barely spoke. At least he's practical. Mom whispered later, as if thrift was a quirk. I told myself they'd warm to him, see his brilliance, his heart. When Noah proposed a year later, with a ring he'd crafted himself simple, meaningful, my parents' tepid smiles and talk of a long engagement should have been my warning. Now, their cancellation of our Willow Garden party confirmed it. They didn't just disapprove. They wanted to erase us. 3 days later, I pulled into my parents' sprawling driveway, unannounced, still dodging their calls. I needed to face them, but my heart wasn't ready. Extra cars lined the drive, my aunt's Lexus, Dad's partner's Bentley, Claire's Audi. Inside, I found them in the glass-walled conservatory, surrounded by catering menus and floral sketches. Mom was mid-sentence. The Willow Garden's river view is divine, and with the head table here, she stopped as I stepped in. What's this? I asked, voice steady despite the storm inside. 5 faces turned, startled. Mom recovered. First, Leela, we didn't expect you. We're planning Claire's promotion party at the Willow. Claire looked down, uncomfortable. My aunt fiddled with her bracelet. Dad's partner mumbled about a call and slipped out. The Willow, I said. That you canceled for my engagement party because it was too expensive. Dad stood, smoothing his blazer. Leela, let's talk privately. Why? Everyone knows. You canceled my party, then booked the same venue for Claire. Explain. Mom's smile was pure society. It's not that simple, dear. Claire's guest list suits the Willow important connections for your father's business, and mine didn't. I pressed. My celebration wasn't worth it. Dad cut in. We've indulged your choices. Lily, your job, your apartment. Now Noah. My voice sharpened. What's he got to do with this? They exchanged that look. The one that signaled a hard truth for my own good. He's not right for you, Mom said. Voice soft but firm. He's kind, but he lacks ambition. Connection's nothing to offer someone of your standing. Nothing, I shot back. He offers love, respect, a brilliant mind. That's what matters, Dad sighed. He's not our kind, Leela. We're protecting you from a mistake. The words got at me. I saw them clearly now, their shallow values, their conditional love. I walked out, their voices fading, knowing they didn't just reject Noah. They didn't know that night. I sat with Noah in my condo, tears falling as I told him everything. He listened, his face more sad than angry. I'm sorry they hurt you, he said, taking my hands. I'm not shocked they feel this way about me. I thought they'd try to know you, I said, wiping my eyes. I thought family trumped status. Noah's smile was bittersweet. Some people only value what fits their worldview. I don't match their metrics. His calm fueled my resolve. Let's throw our own party, I said, small, real, us. We don't need the Willow or their approval. He hesitated. This is your family, Leela. I don't want to drive a wedge. You're not, I said. They are. Let's do this our way. Over 2 days. I poured my pain into action, booking a cozy loft at a local citery, sending invites to friends, designing simple decorations. It felt right, like reclaiming our joy. Then, Friday morning, Claire called. Mom's invited the Warrens to my party, she said. No greeting. My stomach dropped. The Warrens, Ethan Warren, Claire's ex, son of a banking dynasty my parents adored. They'd been crushed when Claire chose Liam, a graphic designer they deemed beneath her. She says it's for Dad's new project, Claire went on, but we know it's to push Ethan back in. And get this, she told Liam the party's off for family reasons. But she just didn't invite him. I closed my eyes, seeing the pattern. She's doing to you what they did to me. Not quite, Claire said. I'm their star, remember? They're not canceling my party, just controlling it. But, Leela, I'm sorry about what they said about Noah. It was wrong, for a moment. I hoped she'd stand with me. Come to our party, I said. Bring Liam. We'll celebrate together. Away from their games. Silence. I can't, she said. Dad's announcing my VP role at the firm. I've worked years for this, Leela. I can't risk it. My heart sank. So you let them run your life for a title. What about Liam? I'll fix it with him, she said. Not everyone can afford to defy them like you. She hung up, and I stared at my half-finished invites, the fight draining from me. I could build my own celebration, but my family would still be across town, acting like I didn't matter. Noah found me staring at my screen, twisting my ring. You okay? He asked. I shook my head. I thought I could outrun their judgment, but it's everywhere. He sat beside me. Maybe we don't run. Maybe we face it. I frowned. What? Let's go to Claire's party, he said. Not to fight, but to be ourselves. Show them we don't bend to their rules. They'll tear you apart, I warned. Snide remarks. Cold shoulders. He shrugged. They already think I'm nothing. What's the worst they can do? By Saturday evening, my nerves were frayed as we approached the Willow Garden. The venue was breathtaking, river views, chandeliers, flowers that screamed wealth. Mom spotted. U.S. first, her smile flickering. Leela, Noah, this is unexpected, she said, voice low. This is a private event. I know, I said, still in my tone. But Claire's my sister, and I'm here for her. Her smile tightened. Very mature. Just don't make this about your situation. She glided away, and Noah squeezed my hand. You good? I will be, I said, though my heart pounded. The night was brutal. Dad barely looked at us, fawning over the Warrens, especially Ethan, seated next to Claire, who looked miserable. Noah was ignored, served last, mistaken for Steph by Mom's friends. During Dad's toast, he glowed at Claire. Tonight, we celebrate a woman who embodies Harper values tradition, excellence, the right connections. His eyes linger on Ethan. I'm thrilled to announce Claire's promotion to VP at Harper Realty, leading our new partnership with Warren Capital. The room clapped. But I froze. This wasn't just a party, it was a dynasty deal, tying Claire to Ethan through business, trapping her like they tried with me. Then Noah tensed, nodding at a man across the room. That's Victor Lang, CEO of Nexus Innovations. He whispered. Lang was staring at us, then pulled Dad aside, gesturing urgently. We need to go, Noah said, standing. As we left, I caught Lang's animated expression. Dad's confusion. Something had shifted. In the car, I pressed him. What was that? Noah exhaled. That project I've been quiet about. The AI for urban planning. It's done. I've been in acquisition talks for weeks. Nexus is buying it Monday. My jaw dropped. That's huge. But why was Lang so intense? Noah's smile was wry. It's not a small deal. Lang probably thought your dad knew who I was. My phone lit up calls from Dad. Mom, a text from Claire. Asterisk, what did Noah do? Dad and Lang are freaking out. Asterisk at home. Noah showed me the press release. Asterisk Nexus Innovations acquires Urbani for $200 million. Asterisk $200 million. I gasped. Noah, this is insane. He took my hands. I couldn't tell you NDA letters were tight. I've been buried in negotiations. So Lang recognized you, I said, pieces clicking. That's why he grabbed Dad. Noah nodded. Guess he assumed I was already on their radar. My phone rang. Dad. On speaker. Leela. Is Noah there? He said, voice oddly deferential. I'd like to discuss an opportunity. Lang says his AI is revolutionary. Harper Realty's moving into smart cities. We'd love to collaborate. The nerve floored me. Hours ago, he'd snubbed Noah. Now he wanted a piece. It's late, Dad, I said, cool. But let's talk. Brunch tomorrow, 11 a.m., Willow Garden. He agreed instantly. Noah raised an eyebrow. Willow Garden? Yup, I said, resolve hardening. If they want you, they'll face you where our party should have been and see who you really are. Noah's eyes softened. I never wanted money to define me. Wheeler, that's why I keep things simple. Old car, plain clothes. I wanted to be valued for me. I do, I said. But tomorrow's not about money. It's about them facing their mistakes. Sunday, at the Willow Garden, felt different. Daylight stripped away the venue's mystique. Mom and Dad arrived in tailored outfits. Smiles practiced. Claire came, curious. With Liam a quiet rebellion I respected. Noah wore his usual sweater and jeans, deliberate. I dressed as Leela the architect, not Harper heiress. Dad greeted Noah. Like AVIP, Victor Lang raves about your work. He boomed, shaking Noah's hand. We're thrilled to talk. Mom nodded, touching Noah's arm, the same Noah she'd ignored. Dad launched into a pitch about synergies, but I cut in, placing a folder on the table. Noah's acquisition docs, shared with his. Okay, let's be clear, I said. Noah founded Urbani, acquired by Nexus tomorrow for $200 million. Dad's face paled. Scanning the papers, Mom's smile froze. I believe, I continued. Harper Realty pitched Nexus last year for a smart city project and got turned down, right? Dad, silence. Dad coughed. I didn't know Noah's role. This is impressive. Mom tried. Noah, why didn't you tell us? We thought. The what? I pressed. That he wasn't enough because he doesn't flaunt wealth. Claire stared at Noah. Urbani. Liam pitched them last year. Super selective. Liam nodded. Didn't make the cut. Too many great candidates. Noah hires for talent, character. I said, not status. New idea. Huh? The truth hit them, the man they dismissed, the party they'd canceled. All based on shallow assumptions. Dud shifted. We misjudged. Let us host your engagement party here. No expense spared. I glanced at Noah, who nodded. No need. I said, we're celebrating next Saturday at the Cittery Loft Simple, with people who value us. Standing, I added, I didn't come to change your values. I came so you'd see what you last, not just a brilliant son-in-law, but a daughter who needed you to see her worth beyond your rules. Noah took my hand, and we left. The Willow's grand door fading behind us stopped the next Saturday. Our loft party was everything I'd dreamed. String lights, laughter, friends who saw us for us. Noah and I danced, his ring glinting, our love louder than any chandelier. Claire came, with Liam, her presence a small bridge. My parents didn't, but their absence didn't sting. I'd face them. Reclaimed my story. Weeks later, Mum called, voice softer. We're sorry, Leela. Can we try again? I agreed to coffee. A start, not a fix. Noah's deal closed. But he stayed the same, driving his old Toyota, valuing ideas over flesh. I kept designing, living my truth. The girl who begged for the Willow was gone. In her place was me, seen, strong, and free. My parents thought they could define my worth. I proved them wrong. Not with wealth, but with the life I choose. Hand in hand with the man they couldn't see. This was my victory. And it was just the beginning.